was once a guest speaker at a university where a student, let's call her Sarah, said the following to me. Anita, you are talking about all of those great opportunities, all of those amazing jobs, but all I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get my first job in marketing, and all I've done so far was I've done some babysitting and I have worked at a warehouse, so I have no relevant experience for this job that I want. If you are like Sarah, then please keep on watching this video because I'm going to help you. Okay, so what Sarah was trying to do was to pivot from one type of job into another. What is interesting is that this type of situation doesn't just happen at the entry level where you're trying to get your first job. It happens also on much higher levels. I have worked at big companies where I saw middle to top managers move between departments. A guy who used to run the marketing team is now running the sales team. How does it even happen? Is the guy qualified at all? Maybe he had some sales experience from when he was younger, but what he definitely did have were some strong transferable skills. Transferable skills are what I'm going to cover in the first part of this video, but there is also a second point that I want to make. You really don't want to miss it because these two in combination will help you stand out and get the job that you want. So I highly encourage you to watch this video until the end. So part 1, transferable skills. What are they? They are skills that you acquire in one context and can easily apply into another context. Back to our manager. What transferable skills allowed him to move from running a marketing team to running a sales team? For example, managing and motivating a team. Also, coordination of different efforts to hit multiple targets at the same time. Stakeholder management. Highly developed analytical and decision-making skills, and so on. On top of this, he got a lot of support from his seniors in the new department, and bingo, he did a great job. Also, think of consultants, from consulting companies like McKinsey or BCG. They move from industry to industry. They come into the company for a few weeks, analyze the situation, and give out recommendations. They don't know all industries inside out. They have a number of skills that they can apply, and they also get a lot of support from their managers or partners. Now think a couple of levels down, and that is Sarah. Or you. Sarah was trying to go from babysitting and working at a warehouse to getting her first marketing job. All she needed to do was to show that she had some relevant transferable skills for the new job. The best way to do it is to create a skills-based CV. Simply start your CV with a section that you call skills and where you list your top transferable skills. If you're not sure what type of skills you should list there, well, go ahead and check the description of the job that you're trying to get and use it as inspiration. For example, if the job is asking for ability to work under pressure, creativity, and ability to multitask, then you can go ahead and list those as your transferable skills or just skills. But remember that it's not enough to just list your skills. You should provide preferably at least 2 pieces of evidence for each of the skills listed as bullet points underneath each of the skills. If Sarah had to demonstrate her ability to work under pressure, she could write the following. Successfully managed order dispatch in the pre-Christmas period, with workload being 20% higher than usual in my recent warehouse job. For creativity, she could mention how she was able to create new games on the spot for her very demanding client, aka the little girl that she used to babysit. For multitasking, she could mention how she regularly successfully handled completing orders for 3 different shipping companies at the same time while working at the warehouse. However, please don't limit yourself to only using your work experience when providing proof of your skills. You can absolutely go ahead and list non-work related examples that clearly demonstrate your skills. After the skills section, you can go ahead and list your work history in reverse chronological order, starting with the most recent position and you can end the CV with the education section. So far so good, but do you remember when I said that there is also a second point that was really important for your CV? I'm going to introduce it now, but before I do it, if you're finding this video helpful, then please drop a like. Thank you so much. So the second point that will make your CV better is having some job-specific skills. This is kind of obvious, but hear me out. If the job is asking for SEO, Photoshop, and social media management skills, what could our student Sarah do about it? If she has any of these skills coming from her personal activities, then she should definitely list them. For example, she may understand how to attract attention on social media because she has been running her Instagram account for the past 5 years and she managed to get a certain number of followers. It doesn't have to be a lot, trust me. My friend recently got a job at a major company to run their social media, all thanks to her side hustle, because she used to run an Instagram account for her side hustle and she managed to get 1,500 followers or so in 2 years. These are not crazy numbers at all. Okay, so what if Sarah doesn't have any other relevant skills for her dream job? She should get them as soon as possible. And you should too. I suggest 2 main ways to do it. The first one would be to watch some tutorials and practice on your own. And the second one is to reach out to someone who might benefit from your beginner level services, and you can simply offer to help them out. For example, you can offer to a blogger that you will create a graphic for them for free. Or you can offer a local company that you will do their copywriting for the next 2 months for free in return for feedback and a reference letter. Be creative and see what you can do to practice. Now that you have all of your shiny new skills, you can go ahead and list them in the skills section of your CV. I can guarantee that you will be a very strong candidate despite not having any official work experience in the field. All I've said today was related to CVs, but do you know that CVs are not the only way to get into your dream company? You can get recommended for a job by a current employee, or the company may reach out to you directly with a job offer, or you can network your way into a job. If you want me to cover the topic of how to get a job without a CV, then let me know in the comments. Thanks and see you in the next one.